Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we've got something really quite different on our hands.
Yeah, this source stack is something else.
It really is. We've gathered all this material on the ONPASSIVE AI ecosystem, OES, and the way they talk about it, it's just not like your standard tech documentation.
Not at all. The language is
Yeah.
elevated, spiritual almost.
Exactly. And there's a lot of it. The claims are huge, too. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do it.
So the sources, they present ONPASSIVE as way more than just, software. They actually call the whole thing a divine architecture of the digital age.
Right, founded on this vision from Mufareh.
Yeah, and the core idea seems to be merging some pretty advanced AI with, well, human potential. So our mission for you, the listener, is really to kind of peel back that philosophical layer for a minute. We need to break down the specific products, the software, the services that make up this whole system.
Focus on what they actually claim to do function-wise.
Precisely. And then importantly, bring it back together and see how those functions fit with that very intense philosophy driving it all.
And that's the fascinating part, isn't it? That constant tension you mentioned.
Totally.
I mean, we're looking at claims about really sophisticated, integrated stuff, AI verification, blockchain finance, predictive analytics.
Yeah, serious tech.
But every single piece, every feature is wrapped in this deeply spiritual, purpose-driven language. The sources flat out say it's built on vision, compassion, and purpose, not just code.
And the goal they state,
Yeah.
it's massive, empowering everyone involved, founders, affiliates, towards this future of abundance and fairness.
Which asks us, you the listener, to think about tech differently, not just as a tool for transactions, but almost like a pathway to transformation, a utility for achieving certain moral outcomes.
That focus on purpose, especially that total integration, that seems to be the key thing the sources want us to get. And of course, that immediately makes you think about control, about centralized intelligence.
Yeah.
Which brings us right to the core system itself.
The OES.
Right. Let's start there. The ONPASSIVE ecosystem core. The sources use really vivid language for this. It's the central hub where everything lives, breathes, and functions together.
Supposedly eliminating all the friction between the different tools.
Yeah, they call it a digital universe, a living system of transformation. And it's designed specifically to link things like OConnect and OWallet through this single unified intelligence.
And if you think about the functional impact of that, it's huge.
How so?
Well, the sources are claiming ONPASSIVE is deliberately not like other tech setups where you might stitch together 5 different apps for, verifying users, taking payments, communication, analytics.
Right, the usual patchwork approach.
Exactly.
Huh.
In this model, they're aiming for harmony through total centralization. Every single function, every bit of data, every interaction, it all happens inside this one intelligent framework.
Which strategically means seamlessness, yes, but also potentially total oversight of the user journey.
That's the implication, a completely unified data stream feeding the AI, which then shapes the user experience. Control.
Okay, so if you're building this unified digital universe, the first thing you absolutely need is trust. You have to know who's in the system.
Absolutely non-negotiable. Which leads us straight to that first big pillar, O-Verify. They call it the shield of trust and identity integrity. Yeah, O-Verify is critical. It's the AI gatekeeper, basically their own version of KYC ONPASSIVE, Know Your Customer, or OKYC.
Okay.
Its job is securing identity, protecting data. But the claim is that the AI makes it way better than standard KYC.
Better how? What's the AI supposedly doing differently here?
Well, you know how traditional KYC can be slow, clunky, lots of manual checks?
Ugh.
O-Verify claims to use AI-powered face recognition, advanced document verification, digital approvals, all working instantly across global standards.
So speed and accuracy.
That's the claim. The AI's speed and its ability to cross-reference data supposedly boost accuracy, which just makes getting onboarded much, much smoother, no friction.
Right.
The goal is ensuring every user is genuine, safe, and ready to operate with confidence. And again, there's that philosophical overlay.
Ah, yes. How does that fit in?
They say O-Verify simplifies things that others make complicated. It's framed as a bridge to progress, not a security roadblock, which, ties back into that whole mission of fairness and abundance for everyone.
Okay, so O-Verify secures the person. Once you've done that, the next logical step is securing their money, their ability to transact within this abundant ecosystem.
Exactly. Which brings us to the financial engine, OWallet. Positioned as the engine of financial freedom. Sounds grand.
It's described as a digital banking powerhouse, and it's absolutely crucial because this is how the system delivers on that promise of abundance.
Then's tech behind it.
It's built on secure blockchain principles, apparently, and powered by that central ONPASSIVE AI framework.
Okay, blockchain. What does that enable functionally? Functionally, it lets users send, receive, manage digital assets instantly anywhere in the world, which is obviously key if you have a global base of affiliates.
Right. Instant global payments are a big deal.
Huge. And that blockchain foundation is specifically what they say enables the automated commission system.
Ah, okay. So instead of waiting for manual payouts.
Exactly. In a lot of affiliate setups, commissions can be slow, confusing, held up by reviews. O-Wallet, using blockchain, claims instant, unchangeable, transparent, automated payouts across the whole network.
What other features do they highlight?
The sources mention multi-currency options, top-level encryption, standard stuff for a digital wallet, but integrated into this one system. And they don't just call it a ledger, it's framed as a guardian of prosperity.
Guardian of prosperity. See, there's that language again. It's never just about the transaction.
Never. Just like with
Yeah.
O-Verify, the stated purpose goes way beyond just processing payments. O-Wallet is explicitly for transformation.
How are they defining transformation here?
It's about bridging that gap between the founders, the affiliates, and their earnings, turning that potential into actual spendable reality. Mufareh is quoted calling it a digital heartbeat of global empowerment.
Wow. So you've got this mix of like decentralized accounting tech, the blockchain, but it's all managed within this very centralized, purpose-driven AI system.
That's the model. It's a fascinating blend of control and distribution.
Okay, so we've covered security and finance, the bedrock. Let's shift to how people actually interact and connect within this ecosystem. Communication.
And here, too, it's presented as much more than just swapping data. It's about fostering alignment, creating that unified feeling.
Right. Starting with OConnect, their video conferencing tool. The sources call it the soul of communication.
Which is quite a statement for a meeting platform.
It is. They even say it's the future of human connection and that it goes beyond data transmission to facilitate energy exchange.
Okay, energy exchange. We need to dig into that. What does that actually mean? Well, functionally, you see the expected things. Crystal clear sound, HD video, but also really smart, real-time translation, connecting people across languages and time zones easily. That's useful, definitely. But energy exchange, is that just the translation making things smoother, or are they claiming something more esoteric, like some kind of AI-driven empathy?
The source material leans towards the latter. It talks about the spirit of inclusion. The idea is the AI is designed to actually understand human emotion, pick up on tone, intent, and then adapt the digital environment to actually enhance the connection, not just relay the word.
Now, functionally, that would imply a seriously sophisticated AI layer analyzing voice, maybe video for body language, conversational context, all in real time.
That seems to be the implication. So, as they put it, the world doesn't just meet on OConnect. It aligns. The tech is actively trying to overcome misunderstandings, not just language barriers.
That is a huge claim for a conferencing tool, and it really reinforces that theme of using tech to build trust and unity across the user base.
Definitely reflects the philosophy. And that intelligence, that focus on deeper connection, apparently extends into their messaging tools as well. There are two main ones, OChat and OPal.
Okay, let's start with OChat. That's positioned as the support tool, right? The intelligent help desk.
Yeah, OChat is meant to be the new hero for customer support, replacing those annoying, rigid chatbots we all hate.
Please.
It supposedly uses advanced AI conversation models that don't just spit out answers from a script, but actually listen, learn, and respond like a real human being.
So 247, support, guidance, but also comfort.
That's what they emphasize, comfort. The whole philosophy behind it is that technology should feel human. So it's about empathy just as much as efficiency. The AI needs training not just on facts, but on emotional intelligence.
Interesting. And then there's OPal. That's for private messaging. Right. OPal steps away from support and is purely for person-to-person communication. They call it the chat and communication revolution.
Another revolution.
Yes. The idea is to combine the ease of use of something like WhatsApp with this advanced AI, but with a heavy focus on security and being intuitive.
And the AI's role here, beyond just sending messages.
Again, it's about understanding. The sources claim OPAL can grasp tone, emotion, intent within the messages. The goal isn't just connecting devices, it's connecting hearts.
Connecting hearts.
To do that, the system would presumably process the communication through that central OES intelligence, analyzing the emotional subtext, maybe flagging potential misunderstandings, while also keeping it secure.
So security and emotional connection simultaneously managed by the AI.
That seems to be the pitch.
Okay, and the last piece in this communication suite is the social network, ONET. The sources draw a really sharp contrast here.
Oh, absolutely. ONET is positioned as a sanctuary for meaningful connection, deliberately setting itself apart from platforms that, as they put it, thrive on chaos and noise.
So, no doom scrolling.
That's the idea. The explicit goal is for users to share for value, not for vanity.
And how do they achieve that? Through algorithms.
Yes, intelligent content algorithms are key. They're supposedly designed to promote positive engagement, filter out negativity, and avoid those addictive feedback loops you see elsewhere.
Like a curated social media feed.
Essentially, the vision was stated as, let's give people a social space that feeds their minds, not drains their energy. A safe, pure, purpose-driven hub.
Which again implies really strong centralized algorithmic control over what people see and interact with.
It has to deliver on that promise of purity and purpose.
Okay, let's pivot now to the tools that power the actual business side of things within OES. Commerce, intelligence. Starting with OShop, the global marketplace of the future.
Right. OShop is positioned as the next step in e-commerce, a transparent AI-driven marketplace where founders' products and services can easily find their audience.
What's the key differentiator they're claiming?
The big claim is equal opportunity, that the platform gives small entrepreneurs the same chance to thrive as big global companies.
How would that work? Less emphasis on ad spending, more on...
Presumably a powerful, supposedly unbiased algorithm prioritizing product merit, relevance, maybe user reviews, rather than just who pays the most for visibility.
And this is where that tight integration we talked about earlier really comes into play.
Exactly. The sources spell it out. OShop transactions use O-Wallet for those instant automated commissions.
Got it. User identities are locked down by O-Verify.
Right.
And if sellers and buyers need to communicate, they use the intelligent connection of O-Connect.
So the entire e-commerce loop verification, payment communication is all handled inside this single controlled ecosystem.
Yeah, the claim is that this total integration eliminates the trust gaps and friction you find in more fragmented online marketplaces, creates that circle of trust.
Okay. Now, for any business operating online, data is everything, which brings us to O-Tracker. They call it the Business Intelligence Master. And like the other tools, there's a claimed AI edge here. It's not just standard analytics.
So it tracks traffic, behavior, performance.
It does all that, yes. Monitors what's happening. But the key difference, the sources stress, is prediction. Using AI, specifically deep learning models, to forecast growth and anticipate market shifts before they happen.
Okay, forecasting is powerful.
Yeah.
But how does that translate into something useful for a business owner using the platform? What does O-Tracker do with that prediction?
Good question. It's described as the brain of smart marketing within the ecosystem. So it doesn't just tell you, hey, this campaign isn't working.
Right.
It supposedly predicts why it's likely to fail based on trends it's seeing, and then offers AI-generated suggestions for how to fix it in real time.
Like what kind of suggestions?
Could be dynamic pricing adjustments, maybe optimizing inventory based on forecasted demand, suggesting personalized content strategies. Basically turning that raw data into actionable strategies focused on future results.
Maximizing that abundance, the whole system promises.
That's the goal, using predictive AI to steer business decisions towards success within the ecosystem. Okay, 2 more tools in this section. The creative one, ODIT, and the underlying security layer, O-Virtual. Right. ODIT is pitched as the creative powerhouse, even a media revolution.
Big words for a video editor.
Well, the focus is on making high-quality video creation accessible. It's aimed at, the dreamers, the storytellers who don't have a professional editing suite or team.
How does AI help there?
Through automation. We're talking about AI automatically suggesting cuts based on pacing, doing intelligent color correction, generating dynamic captions or motion graphics, things that usually take time and skill.
So lowering the barrier to entry for creating polished content?
Exactly. Speed and simplicity powered by AI.
And finally, O-Virtual, the security guardian. This sounds like the foundation protecting everything else.
It has to be, right? especially in a highly centralized system handling so much sensitive data, financial, personal, communication. Virtual is presented as that foundational shield.
What kind of tech is it? VPN.
It uses AI-based VPN and network security systems. But the sources explain it's not just a standard VPN. The virtual AI supposedly constantly monitors traffic patterns specifically within the OES.
Ah, so it's looking for threats unique to this integrated environment.
That's the idea. Identifying and neutralizing threats tailored to the ecosystem, shielding every transaction, message, and activity. The promise is online safety without complexity or fear.
Solidifying the idea that the OES is this safe, protected tunnel for everything users do online within their system.
Right, a secure digital universe.
Okay, we've gone through the products, the software, the claimed functionalities. Now we have to loop back to that philosophy, the spirit that supposedly drives all of this. Because the sources are insistent. The tech serves the spirit, not the other way around.
Right.
The spirit behind the system. It all comes back to Mufareh's vision, doesn't it?
According to the material, yes. Every feature, from O-Wallet's encryption to O-Chat's claimed empathy, is meant to be a direct reflection of that vision, looking beyond profit to purpose. And that core belief: tech should empower, not exploit. AI should be the servant, not the master.
Yeah, and the ultimate goal repeated over and over, making fairness, compassion, abundance into actual digital realities. That ideology is the glue holding this whole complex, centralized tech stack together.
And it's not just ideology. It extends into actual services they offer, right? The services that bind it all.
Correct. It's not just software. It's about cultivating the community. The ecosystem is designed to educate, train, elevate its members through specific hands-on services.
What kind of services are listed?
Things like founders' mentorship programs, ensuring everyone's aligned with the leadership vision, AI-driven marketing campaigns run by OES for the affiliates, community development sessions, global events bring people together.
All designed to build loyalty and keep people within the ecosystem.
And reinforce the shared purpose. But there's one service listed that really stands out. Let me guess. The faith-driven guidance.
That's the one. Faith-driven guidance for financial and personal growth. That's a crucial detail.
Why crucial?
Because it confirms this isn't just a business framework. Success, personal development, it's all viewed through an explicitly spiritual lens.
So users aren't just users. They're intended to become aligned leaders in this vision.
Fully aligned leaders,
Yeah.
where the technology is directly linked to their moral and spiritual progress. They're not just selling software, they're selling a worldview, a path to a specific kind of success, which naturally leads into how they frame the whole thing as a global movement and legacy.
Exactly. It's presented as way more than a company. It's a movement uniting nations, languages, dreams under this one umbrella.
And aims specifically at bridging global divides.
That's a major claim. Bridging the gap between the developed and developing world, giving access to these sophisticated tools where they might normally be out of reach, giving the ordinary person a chance to rise into the extraordinary.
So the legacy isn't just the tech itself. No, the legacy they envision is being a timeless revolution, teaching that tech can have a soul, that AI can carry compassion.
And the ultimate description they use.
A digital ministry of hope.
Wow. That is quite something for a tech platform.
It sets it apart, that's for sure.
Okay. We have covered a lot of ground here. From the nuts and bolts of O-Wallet's blockchain commissions and O-Tracker's predictive AI.
All the way back to that core philosophical, almost spiritual motivation driving it.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener?
Yeah, wrapping our heads around it.
We've synthesized this whole ecosystem, right? From finance and security with O-Wallet and O-Verify to communication, like the emotionally aware O-Connect and the sanctuary of O-Net, and then the business tools like O-Tracker and O-Shop.
What emerges is this picture of a system that's presented as completely integrated, totally centralized, and relentlessly purpose-driven.
Designed to smooth everything out, get rid of friction, chaos, noise across basically every digital interaction.
And the sources themselves declare this is the dawn of a new digital age, the beginning of divine technology, where science meets spirit, automation meets empathy.
But, as the documents also emphasize, the real power supposedly lies with the people, the founders, the affiliates, all united under this vision of abundance, guided by faith.
Yet, the functional reality we've unpacked is this incredibly detailed, integrated architecture, where everything's security, money, marketing, communication is linked and managed by one central AI system, the OES.
Which brings us to that final provocative thought for you to chew on.
Okay.
When you have a comprehensive tech system like this, designed to make things easy, eliminate complexity and fear by centralizing control and information.
Right.
And it's explicitly presented not just as a way to do business, but as a moral or even spiritual path to fairness and abundance. What does that do to individual autonomy, to critical thinking?
Good question.
When the technology promises to be a digital ministry of hope, when it promises to align your very being, how does that affect your ability, or maybe even your willingness, to question the system, or to